Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Jasmy update. Now, I'm really excited to be making videos again because for the last couple of months, I haven't had an opportunity to make videos. I can tell you that there were some pressing issues and yeah, now finally they are behind me. So we can continue with our normal and regular videos, right? So the obvious place to start with is the Jasmine prices, because we can say that off of these lows right here, the Jasmine prices is managed actually to pump like 110%, which is amazing to see in any regard, right? It's really good for the Jasmine price set. But we're going to look at the price set from a shorter time frame perspective as well as the bigger time frame perspective. I'm sure you remember this setup that we had right here on the Jasmine price set. So let's go back to the shorter time frame and try to see what the price set is communicating with us in the immediate short term right here. Now, there's something about this chart right here. This is the exact time where I left the chart like 2 months ago. The levels of resistance, supports haven't changed actually. So you can see the Jasmine price that is still also respecting those levels right here. So our first major resistance here is the 0.0055 dollars range there, and you can see that we are forming something like a resistance there with the Jasmine price set. But what you can see here from a fib retracement perspective is that from the very low right here up until the top of the rally here, you can see that the price set has actually managed to find support right on top of the 0.382 fib retracement level. And usually when the price set does something like that, it's signaling strength, right? Now, the thing that you want to see right here is you want to see a higher high compared to this high that was set right here. Other than that, you'll be risking something like a double top right here, which, I mean, it's likely on, is considering that we are sitting right on top of we are on top of a resistance, I wanted to say, but we are sitting right below a resistance level. So let's take a look at the price set from an even shorter time from perspective. Let's take maybe the 4 hourly time from right here, and with the 4 hourly, you can see that there could be a probability that we are forming something like a double top right here. Let's check the RSI to see if there is bearish divergence happening there, and it seems that the RSI is actually indicating a bearish divergence, because you can see that we have got same price action right happening here on the top, but we are forming lower lows compared to the previous one right here on the RSI. So there could be some bearish divergence here in the immediate short term on the Jasmine price set, and that could lead the price to reverse a little bit from where we are here. But I don't think it's actually something to be worried about, because I can tell you that the market has actually changed its dynamics already. The most important thing is we've gone off of these lows, and the market dynamic has actually changed. Right? We're also going to look at some charts which are outside the Jasmine price set to have a supporting argument, right? So now let's look at the Jasmine price set from a longer time from perspective. If you remember, we were following this structure right here for months. I think it's been 5 months already. And this structure you see right here is a bullish pattern, which is a falling wedge with price targets as follows. 4 cents is the first price target, which is conservative, by the way, and the second price target was something like from 9 cents to 11 cents. We are still waiting for that, and the good news right here is we finally broken out of this falling wedge right here. If you remember, we were saying that the latest that we could actually break out of this falling wedge right here was something like the 31st of January. So I mean, luckily we didn't have to wait all that long. We finally have got our breakout right here. But for me, the most important thing is the manner in which we have actually broken out of this falling wedge right here, because you can see that, I mean, throughout this whole downtrend move right here, you could see that the RSI could not get above 50 right here, right? It was just acting as resistance there. But finally, for the first time in I don't know how many months, but this was something like November 2021, or let's start from right here, right? December 2021, up to like a whole year of the RSI failing to get above 50, and finally we've gotten above 50. This indicates that the market dynamics have actually changed right here for the Jasmine price set. That's really good. And here I would say that the first area of resistance, major resistance that we could see on the Jasmine price that is something like the $0.008. They were about there, because if you remember, let me quickly go back to the shorter time frame to show you that exact area there. It's this area right here on the Jasmine price that you can see that we have got resistance down here, resistance right here, but the main resistance is this resistance level. And if you remember, we actually spent a lot of time talking about this resistance here because it was major support back then. So I would expect the Jasmine price to hit this level right here, and maybe we have a retrace. It depends on where the new support levels would be then, but this actually is a common area for the Jasmine price to have a retrace too, and then finally you have a rejection there. Maybe you take up some more liquidity, and then finally we break to the upside right here. This is the perfect case scenario, obviously, but I mean, these things don't happen like this always. But I mean, the most natural thing for the chart to do is have a resistance right around 0.008, and then finally you come down, right? So the price target was as follows: 4 cents as well as 11 cents, 9 to 11 cents, right, if we would be conservative. But there are also some other market dynamics that we can take a look at, right, to support this argument right here. The first chart I wanted to show you was the Bitcoin price chart. You can see with the Bitcoin price chart right here that the way in which the Bitcoin price chart is falling is actually like optimistic in my own opinion, because you can see a 1 2 3 4 5 crash to the downside right here. And what usually happens after these early 12 counts is you actually have got an ABC correction right here. That's an ABC correction. Obviously there's no way I can know where the C leg is going to take us to, but looking at it from a Fib retracement perspective, we can see that the usual suspects are the like 0.5 Fib retracement level up until the 0.6 Fib retracement levels, right? Something like that will be something like between 42 to 48,000 dollars per Bitcoin right there, right? It's not a big move for the Bitcoin price obviously, but as we have seen, like the recent move that we have had on the Bitcoin price right here from the lows, that was something like a 57%, but for the Jasmine price that was something like 110%. So I mean, if the Bitcoin price will find a way to get to something like $50,000 in a retrace, the Jasmine price that would actually be doing much better than that. I also wanted to take your attention to the dollar currency index, the DXY. You can see that we were saying that the DXY is in a parabolic state, and usually when these parabolic structures they break up like in a very quick fashion, and that's exactly what is happening here with the dollar currency index. Why is it so important? It's so important because each and every single time it is actually on these downtrends, the crypto market has actually been performing really well. So yeah, fingers crossed, this actually is the perfect scenario that we wanted, that's what we're wishing for. We finally had a weekly candle below the support level, and you can see that the support level is a very important support level, by the way, because you can see it acting as resistance right here, and then resistance flash right here. Now we've broken below it, but even going back as far as 2003, you can see that was support right here. The moment it broke down, I mean, it was disaster for the DXY there, right? You can see, I mean, this is the single most important line of resistance or support right here on the DXY. So breaking below it was really something that is great. So in the next weeks, months, we are expecting like positive vibes actually for the crypto space in general, right? Another chart that I wanted to show you from the stock market is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, because you can see that we are seeing that there is a bullish growth that is just about to happen between the 100 DMA as well as the 200 moving average actually. So that's really good. It's not something that I take lightly because it doesn't happen too often here on the DJI. You can see it happen right here, and we had that pump there soon after the Rona thing, and then we also had good, I mean, it's really significant. It's not the same way we see it in crypto right here. It's happening on the DJI is something that is actually significant in my own opinion, and I believe that the Dow Jones is actually correlated with the Bitcoin price set as well as the crypto market in general. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me today. In the immediate short term, we've got resistance at 0.0008, and at the same time in the longer run we are looking at our price. I guess they haven't changed just yet. If you would like further go down to the immediate short term, we are risking something like a double top right here, but if we set a new high compared to this one right here, maybe we could rally all the way to 0.0065 or something like that, right? So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends and family, and I would love to see you in the next one. Take care, bye.